I'm Dr. Mark. We are the project team, Neonote. We are behind the Smart Memo app. And today we're going to go through the interface. And I'm Ethan, this is Ivan, and we're going to run through the design methodology and what we've established so far. We established some base principles and techniques to better achieve a minimal and intuitive interface. These include minimizing the functions available on our applications just to the bare essentials, and to display only relevant functions at any one time, and also organize each node into blocks or sections that we can expand on. We will explain these principles further when we demonstrate the initial interface design. In order to achieve these interface principles, we have decided to adopt the Agile methodology, as we believe it allows us to focus on specific functionalities and perfect those features before moving on and working on a different feature. This allows system testing to be more strict and convenient. In order to fully utilize the pros of an Agile design methodology, our group has decided to use Jira as our tool to create user stories, sprints, backlogs, and allows us to assign and track the completion of tasks and help visualize the roadmap of Neonote's development. I'm going to pass it off to Ivan to further explain the use of Jira for our application.
So another reason we've decided to adopt the Agile development process is that it allows us to provide continuous involvement and feedback from the audience, and especially our Professor Dr. Ngok. And we believe this continuous integration of our users can help better our development process. And it allows us to create stories and goals that align with our customer needs. And instead of like a waterfall methodology that follows a very strict order of operations, as it provides additional flexibility that this project will definitely require. At the end of the day, our product is aimed for our customers, and we believe that the Agile method's flexibility can really help us incorporate key points and feedback from our users that can really benefit the overall UI, UX, and usability of Neonote.
Hello, my name is Thomas and this is Isaac, and we're going to walk through the requirements of our Smart Mobile Notes app. The primary base requirement of our application is to have a functional Notes app with intuitive UX and a simple UI design. It will incorporate basic file and text editing features such as writing, updating, and deleting using the least amount of actions possible. Additionally, we are going to implement smart features including voice memos, voice-to-text, and image-to-text functionality using OCR. I'll pass it over to Isaac to go through our secondary and stretch goals.
Some of our secondary goals are other multimedia inputs such as images and videos. These formats include MP4, JPEG, PNG. Some other features we would like to include are onboarding systems to teach the users how to use the application in an effective manner, expanding UI with widgets, pop-ups, and sliders to make the UI more intuitive for the user, and cloud-based storage so users can store their memos online on the cloud and download them from anywhere. Some stretch goals include get voice detection to set dates for reminders, smart features to suggest items for someone's birthday or grocery list, chat GPT integration to summarize text, translate text, rewrite text in a different way, expand on a paragraph or sentence that you have written, set reminders if the file has a due date, and checkbox task functionality.
My name's Barrett, this is Jody, and we're part of the Neonotes development team. At first, we'll be showing you our dashboard. Our dashboard has all of your notes. It can show your favorite notes with the change of button, and then on the bottom, we have 3 buttons. The first button is to create a note, a blank note. The second one is to start with a voice memo note. And the third one is OCR, which is an image-to-text system that could where you could take a picture of a mathematical equation and it'll automatically put it in the notes for you. So we'll go through creating a normal note first. Here's an example of the normal note, to which then we'll show you creating a voice memo where there's a countdown, to which then after the countdown you can speak into it and it'll automatically put it into the text for you. Then we'll show you the OCR, where we have a sample image, where we'll turn the image into text on your note. Next, we'll show you adding a new block, which this will be a voice memo block into an already created note. From there, you can then play the voice memo in the note. Which then will show you deleting a note into adding a different block, which would be another paragraph. And then we'll add another block, which should be a voice memo. And then what we'll show you is how you can swap them around easily just by clicking and dragging. Then we'll go back and show you the favorites page. So anything you've hit the heart on will go into the favorites page. And there is our example prototype for our NeoNote application as of now.
Hi, my name's Jody. I can take you through a few of the design choices we've made for our application. Here on the user dashboard, we can see we've only included 3 main options for the user to interact with the system. These are designed to be shortcuts for the user. The first offering a shortcut to open a note with a text block, the second with a voice to text block, the third with OCR. In this example, the user currently has no notes, so that's just displayed clearly in bold to the user. They can see though that they have functionality for all, for favorites, and a simple search bar. The positioning of this main footer section with the 3 options is down the bottom for easy access with the thumb with large buttons, and they also provide user feedback by turning white on press. For the next section, this is when a user first opens an app with a text block. As you can see, we have our icon on the left here to indicate that they can slide it up and down. This is represented with an up and a down arrow with a sort of target symbol in the middle. You can see that there's the add block section, which is made so that they can add whichever they like, voice memo, OCR, another text block. Very simple, there's very few features. They can delete, they can look up the note, and they can favorite it from inside the note. And there's also 2 very handy undo and redo buttons, just so the user has a little bit more agency within our application. This is a demonstration of the user using the voice to text block feature. As soon as they press the shortcut for a voice to text block, you can see there's a few loading bouncing dots there with a countdown, so they know that the mic will turn on in 3 seconds. You can see once it does, they have user feedback of their own audio playing there down the bottom, and they can press stop at any time or just stop talking, and the text is progressively updated whilst they're speaking. Here's an example of the OCR feature being used. You can see they just quickly tap the OCR button. That's designed just so everything can be speedy, really quick and intuitive. They take a photo of whatever they like, their text block. The app can recognize it. There's a little loading dot symbol again, and then they have their new text block created from that image. From here, this is just showing a user adding a block. As you can see, once they tap the add block icon, their options are shown. There's very few, just to minimize confusion and cognitive overload, and they are the same as the default options on the dashboard. Again, there's a quick countdown shown just because the user has chosen a voice memo to store in the app. There's more user feedback with the audio waves. They can stop at any time, they can undo, and they can play from within the app. Here we've chosen a swipe to delete function. This is very common in iOS and mobile phones these days, to swipe left on something and then an additional option will pop up. For us, we've gone for a big red delete button so the user knows that this is an action, not negative, but red is commonly associated with delete. As you can see, once they swipe, it's gone. And if they ever wanted to take that back, they can just hit the redo button really quickly. Here's a demonstration of the user using our move blocks. We designed this to be as flexible as possible so the user can design their note however they want, they can structure it however they want, they can really quickly move things in chunks rather than having to select an entire paragraph of something, cut it, paste it elsewhere. Whereas in our app, everything is supposed to be quick, really snappy, so we've just added a quick drag function and block feature. And just for ease of use and to quickly recall notes that you regularly use, we've just added a quick favorites feature which they can interact with within the note or from the user dashboard and always pull up the note that they want to access as fast as possible in the fewest actions as possible. And those are a couple of the design choices for our application. We've just tried to make it as speedy, as intuitive, and nice to use as possible.